Okay, so today I'm coming at you with a very exciting comparison, okay? It is between the Croissant MM and the Croissant GM. Are these not the cutest dang bags you've ever seen in your life? There actually is a smaller size, the PM size. I don't have it. Okay, so first I'm going to give you the measurements, and then I have to give you a little background about why I have both and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you can see that this is a unique shape. All right, so what I did was just measure the widest point. So the width at the widest point, which is, obviously in the middle, it's 12 inches. And then I just did, as far as the height, I didn't do it, because see how it goes up just a tiny bit here? It's not enough to make a difference. The main part's right here, and that is 8 inches tall. Now, the depth is unique because, again, it curves down. But the distance between the piping is like 1.5-ish, 1.25-ish. It's hard to say. I just measured that. But you can see that as far as depth, it actually, it's unique. I mean, it's a unique bag. So it is going to have, look, see, it goes out. So you are going to be able, put some stuff in here. Okay, so the GM bag, again, measured it at the widest point, which is right here in the middle, and it was 15 inches wide. Okay, and then right here is 11 inches tall, and the depth is kind of the same as far as, well, the measurement between the two, between the piping. All right, it might be a little bit bigger. So this is more like 1.25, this is more like 1.5. But again, you cannot base the depth. Like if you went online and the bag said 1.5 for depth, you'd be like, no, what can I fit in there, an envelope? Okay, no, you can't go on that. This is why I order these bags, because you have to see them. And shocker, there was no real substantive review on this bag. The one I saw on YouTube was not helpful. So that's when I come to the rescue. You're welcome. Okay, all right. And they both have adjustable straps, okay? And they are nice and thick. So this one is wider than this one, obviously. Like, look, see? Okay. But still, they're both, I like the width of these straps. I just like overall, this with bags. Okay, here's what happened. So last month, no, not last month, because we're in August now. So in June, I was traveling to New York with my son for a dance intensive that he went to. And as I say, gosh, I can't talk. Gosh, I'm so sorry. I need a drink. Maybe that'll help. Sorry. Bronze. Okay, travel to New York. As I've said in different videos, just through all my channel, I do not travel with my daily carry because I carry a tote bag or a big bag. I always get some smaller bag. I used to always carry the looping MM as kind of like my vacay travel or date night, whatever. But I don't know, I always look and I see other stuff, whatever. So then I saw this one. No, wait, I'm sorry, let me back up. So I ended up getting, all I had was some big bags. I didn't want to carry them. And so I had an impulse purchase. I was at TJ Maxx. I bought a crossbody Marc Jacobs. It was all leather, and it had a unique shape like this. You might have seen it, and it kind of zips like that, and then you pull it up. And it seemed like a good option. But oh my gosh, that freaking thing was so heavy. I don't know what I was thinking. I was not thinking. It was so heavy. Because it was all leather, and then it was just, because I wore it as a crossbody, and because it was so heavy, you know what it was doing? It was like this, boom, 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 like everywhere I was walking around, it was bumping around. It was so annoying. So after the first day that I was there, I took it off, and I was like, okay, you know what? I don't care. I had bought a little, I like to scream tourist whenever I go to New York, so I bought just a little reusable I love New York thing, and that was like my bag. But it was frustrating because all I had was my wallet. And, anyway, so since I came back, I was like, okay, I need to regroup, and I need to find something that I can travel with, that I can put inside. I need something small that I can put inside of my carry-on, because I don't want, just a giant carry-on, and that's my travel bag. I have a carry-on, but then I want to be able to put something small, travel with while I'm there. Because I did have a tote. No, I used that bag, but then and I was just thinking, I need to do something small. So anyway, so when I got back into town, I was on a mission. And I came across this. And so I'm like, ooh, this is a great option because, it's small. It's just going to fit what I need. And then it'll fit inside of my little carry-on tote bag, okay? Well, then I saw the GM. And I didn't know that this came in a GM. And I was like, ooh, Mama must have. I was visualizing it to be a little more slouchy, and maybe over time it would be, and I actually visualized it to be actually bigger. I know, see, 15 inches to me is always a sweet spot, because I know 15 inches is going to be a good size, but 15 inches from the lightest point, as you can see, it's not a true 15 inches. I mean, it is, but it's not. Okay, take for example the Speedy 40. That's like 15.7. She's a big mama, okay? But she's also really deep. She's a big mama. This is not a big mama, okay? And I thought it was. So I'm like, okay, I don't care. I'm going to get it. I'm going to compare them, and then, you know, we'll just see. So first, let me just tell you what I would, you know, carry in this bag. Oh, actually before that. So they both have the red, I believe it's the Alcantara lining. You see this in the City bags, and the Viva City bags, and, you know, a lot of other like vintage bags. But it's nice and soft. It's really pretty color. They both have 2 pockets, okay? One kind of generous-ish pocket, slip pocket, and then one old cell phone pocket. They both have that in here. So this one too, okay? So this is what I'm thinking if I'm going on vacay. First of all, my daily wallet is a zippy wallet. Excuse me, the big one. I'm going to downsize to my kiss lock, and so I'm only going to carry my kiss lock in here. I have my mid-size pochette and my accessory pochette that I normally carry, but for traveling purposes, I kind of just consolidate. I take out the junk that I don't necessarily need, and I take out stuff that I might need in here, and I just consolidate them both into the small one. Because I say I just had my wallet. I lied. I had this in my wallet, and so that was like, and then I had it in the big New York bag, and anyway, it was kind of a hot mess. I was really annoyed. Okay, and so those 2 things, this would have been perfect. This would have been so dang perfect, y'all. I don't know why I didn't plan ahead. Okay, and then one thing I needed while I was there like crazy was my hand sanitizer, and I love these little slip or old cell phone pockets for the sanitizer, because it fits, you know, really good in there. Now, one thing that is new to me, like summer 2018, as of that trip, or because of that trip, I carry, well, it's not because of the trip, but starting on that trip, I started carrying battery packs. I just had them. They were purchases that my husband had, and I never thought to get them. But you guys, if you have a phone, a smartphone, or any phone, you need this. If you have a cell phone, there you go, a cell phone or an iPad, you need to get you a battery pack. In fact, I have 2. My phone's plugged into this other one right now. See, there's the cord. And so I just alternate charging them. But this actually fits perfectly in this little cell phone pocket too. So if I'm traveling, I'm probably just going to go ahead and throw this in there. Okay. Now I have, just for demonstration, I don't have an iPhone 6. I actually just have a 5. But this is the 6, and so I'm just going to put it, okay. If I have a 6, it's going to stick out. It is going to clear the zipper, but just barely. Okay. Like, okay. It does zip, but it's like right there. Like, you know, if I do this, I can feel it. Like the top of the phone is right there. So, you know, whatever. You can, if you don't want to use that, like maybe, I'm just thinking what would have been convenient for me is to have my plug-in cord for my phone with my battery pack in the bigger pocket, okay? And then have the little sanitizer in the other pocket. And then also my little Metro card, because I got us some Metro cards for the subway while we were there. And I would just put that in there because I was accessing those things like crazy, or that like crazy. So that needs to be super convenient to, you know, in my bag. So this would have been like a great option for me to take when I was traveling. And so I really like this, okay? And I have, so there's 3 options. I have it on the bottom one, which makes it the longest. I'm 5'6", and so this is great. I like it because, you know, you can hold it like this, okay? You can do that, kind of put it behind you, and you can do that, and you can still, because you know, sometimes if you have a bag right here and you're trying to do this and then it gets in the way and then does that, okay? So you need to be able to like do this, and you can control it with your elbow and then still blah, 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 do whatever you need to do, okay? But then, okay, if I need to get into it, I can access it from my shoulder. You know, it's smaller, so it's going to be a little more time consuming. I don't want to say a pain. It's not necessarily a pain, and it's a small bag, so it's not going to be super convenient. But, you know, I can grab out my battery pack, I can grab out my wallet really fast, and so, yeah. But as far as, you know, what goes in it, I think those 2 things, you know, just for grins, I'm going to take out the mid size, and I'm going to see if the accessory pochette, how that fits in there. And if it's in there, just fine too. I could actually just do both. I mean, not both at the same time, but one or the other. If I'm using my small wallet. Can you see that? There you go. Now, just for grins also, let me see if my zippy wallet will fit. It does. And it's not crazy tight, okay? Again, if I'm traveling, I need some room because you know when you're like on the go in a new city, in a big city, you're like kind of like, I don't know, you know, you're shoving receipts in your bag or you're shoving pamphlets in your bag or whatever. So you want to have some room. So I'm not going to carry my full-size wallet. I'm not going to travel with my full-size wallet. I never do. And I'm probably not going to travel with my accessory pochette, although I guess I could. And that would probably be okay. Yeah, actually. And then I got this new little, okay, never mind. I'm not going to do it because I'm already at 10 minutes. Okay, so let's go to the gym, okay? So to me, this is a keeper, okay, you guys? This is the one that I like. This is the one that I want to keep for travel. Again, it's great to just take out if I'm by myself. So like, for example, I was taking my son back and forth to SAB, and so this is all that I would have needed. We had one day to go do touristy stuff, so then I could stick it inside of the other bag, because if I'm out doing touristy stuff, you know, and you're always setting your bag down and blah, blah, so this is good to sit inside another bag, you know, like a little, well, the I Love New York bag that I was telling you about. Okay,